Welcome to Jan's Crafty Chills and Frills. I'm so happy that you decided to join me this morning. So let's get going. This is what we're going to complete today. To save time, because this would take a long time, I went ahead and did some things in advance, as you can see. Now, this is the fabric that I used. I bought it. It was a remnant. It's cushy. It's fairly thick for fabric. I think this is like an outdoor fabric for tablecloths and stuff, but it's got a wonderful feel to it. And I just loved it, and I knew exactly what I was going to do to it when I saw it. So, I mean, I don't think it cost much, but I don't remember because I honestly didn't care. I had to have it. Had to have it for this. Now, this is Donna's journal, and she's a writer, so it's not going to have a lot of inserts. It's basically a journal for writing. She's very feminine, so I wanted to make her a feminine journal like herself. And as you can see, I just took a ruler and drew my lines with I think it was just pencil, and followed them. And I put under the underside, I did put muslin, because plastic doesn't glue well. Now, fiber tack, it does glue work. Fiber tack does work, but with this much of it, it doesn't work as well as it would work if the underside is a cotton, which it is. So it's very well glued down, and it's just very nice. I wanted to put, this is her initials, and I wanted to put, I should say it's her monogram. I wanted to put a label with her monogram in it and lace, because this lace is very feminine. And so this is actually screwed in. And on this side, my husband just took a sander and sanded that down. And then I filled it in with tacky glue, actually. Fiber tack. Not tacky glue, fiber tack. Just to make sure that those screws were never going to go anywhere again. So, and I'll, as you can see, I put corners on it. That's the cover. So now I've got my signatures. There's going to be 7 signatures in this book. I do need to make sure this, because it dropped, I need to make sure everything is still the right way up. So just give me a second here. Once I get the book together, I will be putting some pockets in, and a few things, some little tags and pretty things. And whenever I make a journal from a book and pull the pages out, I want to make sure some of those pages are in the journal, because I just think that's the right thing to do. So that's what I did. And yes, it was a John Grisham, The Whistler. So anyway, that's what I've done, and it's pretty cute. Actually, I like it a lot. And this is just a hidden paper clip I stuck there to hold some writing space here. So this here is what I'm going to stitch my book into, my signatures into. And because I don't want to mar anything on this backside by looping them around like that. Fabric alone, this fabric alone, even though it's canvas, it needs more structure, okay? So what I'm using, this is very pliable. It's sticky on one side. You probably know what it is, but it's very pliable. And it's for repairing holes in your wall, but it works really well to give your backing some structure. It still isn't too thick, but it does have some structure to it. And when I glue it down, it's going to be, it's going to be in there. I'm not going to have to worry about it maybe coming away from the book itself. Now what I'm going to do right now, let's move my cover. This is a book. It's the book, I think from the very first journal I used. Okay, so I wanted to make sure these don't move. Now you need to make, this one has the holes for all 7 signatures. This one, I didn't bother punching them into the cloth because I guess I need to. I'll do that now. Let me go ahead and do that. Okay, you can see some of the holes through here, but I'm going to leave this until just like this, until I actually am going to need it, so I can go back through and punch it one more time, because sometimes fabric will heal. The weaves will come back together. That's why, you know, when you stick a pin in on a pattern when you're making it and then you don't ever see the pin again, that's why. That's what happens. So the thing I need to do next is put the holes in my signatures. Now I wanted to show you before I even do that how you make this, okay? Actually how you make both of them. But first you want to fold. Okay, let me start at the beginning. In order to know the size, okay, you need to measure across for the width of your binding and then the length of your binding. Okay, so you fold it in half, then you fold it in half again, and that's where your center, you just mark it. That's where your center is a dot. You just put a dot there with a pencil, pen, whatever, right in the center. And then, according to what you're going to use, on this one, I went down a 1/2 inch, just to make sure. I went down a 1/2 inch on this side, a 1/2 inch on this side, and put a dot on each side. I'm doing the 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and then from this hole to this hole, I measure it, and then you put it halfway between the two. It's halfway between the two, and that gives you your 5 holes. And it's very simple. The center stitch, 1/2 inch from one end, 1/2 inch for the other end. My book, bind it, it's 8 inches wide and 8 inches long and 2 inches wide. So that's what this is. And I have folded in half, half again, put a hole here, 1/2 inch from here, 1/2 inch from here, and measured from here to here, and put a hole right there in the middle, and the same on this one. And that's how you do it. It's very simple. Now to do the one for your signatures, that you're going to sew in your signatures to your binding, for me it's cloth, you can sew it straight to the binding and just make the holes and go straight through where you see the stitches, or you see your thread on the outside. It's a very nice look. I like it a lot, and I've done most of mine that way, but not for this one. So once you get this one made, then you just come and match these together and punch your holes. All right, you just punch your holes, and then you will take and come in a 1/4 inch on this side, a 1/4 inch on that side. Now I'm doing 7. That's a lot. You're probably not going to do that. But that you just have a 1/4 inch in between. But these still are a 1/4 inch in between. And the thing is that with a 2-inch binding, having 6, 6, and 1 in the middle is not too much. I mean, even when you put stuff in it, it's not going to be too much, but you can't overdo it. And that's how you do it. You want to take and put a line. So this is, like I said, I folded it in some. This is a little smaller. It's a 1/2 inch down this way, a 1/2 inch up this way. Your center, that's what you're going to have, and these are in the middle of the two. So this hole and this hole, that's in the middle. So you put a line, and then you go a 1/4 inch, and you can take your ruler. Take your ruler. This is how I did it. I put a line here, so I knew I was going to have to go down each line. You know, I go a 1/4 inch in, and I take and got me a pencil and marked, just put a dot on the line, in the center of the line, and a 1/4 inch and did it there, a 1/4 inch and did it there. I skipped the middle and went a 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, and this, of course, is a 1/4 inch. Let me see if I can get it right on the middle there. And that's the 1/4 inch, and that's what it is. So that's how you do it. These are a 1/4 inch apart, and I hope I explained it well enough for you to understand it. So now, I'm not going to put that there. What I need to do now, I'm going to move that, and I'm going to take and put my center mark in. So you want to go to your middle, and you need to make sure you are centered and everything is straight. All right? And everything's where you want it, because, you know, you might have papers like this is not. I think what I'm going to do, well, see, I'm going to get it 3 times. I forgot I was doing the 12. I forgot I was doing the 5 papers. I need to say that. So I'm just getting that where I want it in the center. All of these are good to go. I want my line in the center. Okay. Now, I need to put me some pins in. I'm going to need a few, so once you get it right, you want to make sure you have everything clamped some way. You can put large paper clips. Some use large bobby pins, whatever you can find, that's what you need. So I'm going to put this in the middle with my hole punch. And make sure that it's in the middle. This is thick, so luckily I've got a line there to keep me straight. Now this is a awl. I bought this one on Amazon, and I will have a link for you down below. So just give it a little hole. All right, we're done with all of this. Keep these. Keep them. Now, for the sewing up. Some people think that's the scary part. No. I'm done with the owl. I'm done with the awl, but I like to try to match up my books, sort of. And you know, not that you can see it now. This is a set I bought, and it's really good, but that's the all it comes with, and I'm not that fond of that. But this is a really good set. I will leave you a link. This is linen, and it's waxed. It's perfect for bookbinding. Now, so it's got a bunch of different ones, different colors, but what it doesn't have is blue. No blue. Wow, look at that. It is such the wrong color. So, it does have a blue, and I've used it. For this one, I'm going to do black. Would you agree? Or should I have done the blue? Make a comment. Also, if you know easier ways or better way, whatever, you have a tip for bookbinding, look at this. Well, please comment below. By the way, it didn't come in this. I kept it for several years in the little folder it came with. But it was just made out of it was like, sort of like that, plastic. And so it didn't, after quite a few years, it didn't last any longer. So, and what you're looking for, and this is they call this a repair kit. But it works really good. You can buy these at the grocery store for doing upholstery. It's the same kit. But I don't want one that long. And I have no idea why I grabbed that. I like this one. This one. Pull it out, Jan. You'll have a better look. There. It's a good size. Now, you want to use 3 strands of your, whatever the length of your binding. And that's just how most do it right there. I always do a little bit more. I've always had it left over. I don't know why I do a little more, but I do. You're not going to tie it at all. So let's go to the first one. I'm going to take that off. Like that. And I'm just going to go through the middle hole. And I'm going to go through the middle hole here. Just line them up like that. And I'm going to pull it through. Now you want to hold that with your finger, okay? So here you can go up or you can go down. It doesn't matter at all. And so even though I did I could see the holes then, I'm not seeing them now. I'm gonna just go down with that line. No, I can't find the hole. Can't find it. So I'm going in here and put my holes back in. All right. Let me hold my string. Now you want to get this tight, but not so tight that you tear your thread. So it needs to be all the way over this to get there. So I'm just going to go, it's going to go up, I'm going to go down. It doesn't matter whether you go up or down. I'm going into the second hole from the bottom right now. Or you could just as well go through the second hole from the top. So now I'm going to go back through the bottom. That's one, give it a tug. Now I'm going to come back through. That's the second stitch from the bottom. And believe me, it's easier when you go, because you got it's thicker. It's easier when you go straight through your binding than it is with this, because this isn't very strong. Let me tighten a bit. This seems pretty loose to me. Okay. Now we're going to pass the middle and go all the way up to this one. And I left the card in there. I'm not going to take it out. I didn't need to leave the card in there. It isn't going to hurt anything. So, but believe me, it's really nice that I did. Because see, I can see the hole real easy where it's supposed to be. There. See how I can see it? So I don't mind the card. Yeah. There you go. Now we go through the top. Now back through the middle. There we go. No, I mean back through the second hole from the top. Now I'm going to go down through the middle again. It is a little tedious, yes, but it's not difficult. It really isn't. Like I said, it's harder to do it like this. If you have the book binding, it's much, much easier. And I want to show you, I didn't do it then, but whatever side your thread is from the bottom, you want to go up the other side to straddle your threads. See, I have quite a bit left over. Okay. Let me see how tight. Actually, it can be the way I tighten it up like this. I just grab each one and pull. Because like I said, it's got wax. It's waxed with beeswax, so it's well, whatever. It'll work.
You still working on that?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'll leave you alone. Are you recording?
Yes.
Sorry.
You want to double knot it like that. I'm going to leave that. I might want to do something with it. Right now, I'm going to cut this one like that. And that's how you do it. I'm going to do it one more time because I was flopping around there with that one. So I'll do it one more time with the next. So I got 1, 2, 3. Cut it off. Since he mentioned that, I better make sure I still record. Yep. Now, we'll go to the next one. I'm going to go through the middle, just like that. And I didn't save as much this time. And I've always said I'm not going to do more than I have to, and I keep doing it. Went straight through. What? Oh, Jan. I didn't hold it. What an idiot. Okay, through the middle. Pull it. Hold the tail with your thumb. Now we're going to go back through the middle on this one. So let's go up through the coming up the top hole this time instead of the bottom, because as you can see, it does not matter. Now through this hole. Okay. I went through the hole and went through the, let me pull it back out. Went through the hole, wanted to go through more than one page. Or more than where it was supposed to. It was, anyway, let me pull that back out. Hold it with your thumb. Now, tighten it. And get it tightened. Now, I'm going to go out the top hole. I'm going through the wrong one. It's this one. Make sure you're going through the right hole. I always do this. My husband's cooking. Oh no, he's cooking. Ouch! He's cooking. I can smell it. Now, I'm going to skip the top. I'm going to skip. You know what? It's much easier to do this if you're not on camera. I'm going to go back up the middle, or the second one from the top. All right. You're going to skip your middle. Go to the next one. And this is the second one from the bottom. I don't think I need to hold my string anymore. It's in there, hopefully. And now I'm going to go through. It's held up again. No, there it is. Yeah. I saw it. I saw it. Now, this is the very bottom one. The fifth strip. I'm going back through the fourth hole. And then up through the middle. Let me pull that. It's tight. All right, and I did it again. I want to back it up and go around my string. Man, it still had a lot left, didn't it? It's tight. I am going to knot it. Twice. And I'm not going to cut that one off until I need to. There, I've seen people do bows, but I don't want that bulk. Not with this many, anyway. So, there we go. Now, that's two, and I'm just going to talk you through this real quick. You go through the center, back up through the second or fourth stitch, but we're going to do the whole thing through the second. Through the center, out the second stitch, through the top stitch, come back through the second, past the middle, go back through, or not go back through, go through your fourth stitch, come up the fifth stitch, go back through the fourth stitch and through the center. So you're essentially doing the same thing in, you're going, or I should say out, in, side, outside, go back inside, skip, outside, come back inside, go back outside, and then up through the inside. And that's it, and I'll be back when I get them all in. So I'm showing you just how I do this. These are Hello Hobby. That's the name brand of these diamonds. They're a little more pricey than the ones that you get at Earth Fair. They're a little more pricey than the ones you get at Dollar Tree or any of the dollar stores. These were Walmart, but still they're very affordable. And this is fiber glue, and it's getting a little, it's starting to try to dry out on me. But I'm just sticking them on the crosshairs. That. Tweezers are a good thing to have for this. Want to make sure it's in the center. It doesn't take much fiber tack, okay? It doesn't take much. Of course, like fiber tack. Well, I'm going to show you what I've done. If you notice I'm missing a ring, it's because I dropped it and it went under the desk. I'm going to get it later or after I turn this off. Finish the video. So anyway, this is the front. This is just a clip-on, old style clip-on earring that I have, and I thought I'd put it there. That's my tie. And these pockets, and I'm going to tell you how I made them. The fabric. I tear my fabric because I think it's, you get a more straighter and a better product, your fabric, when it's torn instead of cut. So I tore it to the width I wanted. Now, my width here is 5.5 and it's 8, but because I sewed it, I added 3/8 to each side, which is 3/4 of an inch. So instead of 8, it was 8 3/4, and instead of 5.5, it was 6 1/4 width. And then I took and just folded it up like that, 4 inches, because that's half. I'm not counting the 3/8 or the 3/4. That doesn't count when you're doing the pocket. So I did 4 inches, which is half of the length, and then I cut this part to 3/8 of an inch. You see what I'm saying? So there'll be 3/8 of an inch here to make it a total of 3/8 of an inch. To make it a total of 8 3/8. So I just cut the 3/8 down from the pocket, and then I do a stitch here on this side to hold my pocket. And then I will take this, and you can fold it up. If you've got enough, you can go ahead and just fold it up like that and stitch all the way around, except for I don't stitch the top. I just stitch all the way around on 3 sides. I don't stitch the top, and then once it's stitched, I turn it out. And I fold this in. Once it's turned out, it will be like this. And you can use, this is canvas, fashion canvas, actually. You can use, I've got a great big spool of it, 56 inches long, wide. So I have plenty. So I went ahead and just used it. But if you want to use any fabric you want, you can put on the back, because it's not going to matter. You're not going to see it. Then once you've turned it, you want to turn this side in. This is after you stitched it and you turned it out, and you want to turn this side in. Now what I've done, I want to see which one it is. It's not that one. And I had forgotten I made a pocket. And you know what? I made a pocket. Let's see if I can get that glue up. Yep. Now, there is a pocket here. I'm going to have to glue that corner down because I pulled it up, but there's a pocket right here. So I can put something else in that pocket. Just for the time being, I'm going to put this in there. So I have something sticking out of that pocket. And I don't really have a whole lot in this book. I've got some stickers there and some see-throughs here. I don't have a lot in here, and it's still, I've got a little sticker book there and some stickers as well. And I just don't have a lot of extra stuff in this. But, you see, it's bowing. It's bowing more because I have that. Not too bad, but before I did that, it laid flat. So, Donna, if you're watching this, you could take everything out and your book will lay flat. And I also put some dangles. I've got a Dreamweaver, I think that's called. Or, I don't know, something to do with dreams. And just these, you know, wooden butterflies and a bee and a clock. And so I'm gonna close it up. Seemed like there was something I wanted to tell you. This goes up. This goes around. Now, and this goes up. Okay. There you go. I'm going to snip a little bit more of this off. It's too long. Okay. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and leave me any comments that you might have. And speaking of journals, coming up in a week or so, I will be doing the journals for this month's giveaway. And so you're not going to want to miss that. And I'll go over the rules one more time. You must like, subscribe, share, and it helps to ring the bell. You don't have to do that. But also comment, because the comments, everyone, whoever comments the most on my videos, now that doesn't mean like 15 comments on one video. You can only one comment a video will apply to the rules. So make sure you comment. And until the next time, bye.